So I have a potential date, and I think my brain is broken. So I'm on dating apps. I matched with somebody, and things looked really good, really fast, that they wanted to meet in person, and just because of our schedules, we haven't been able to meet up. We kind of had a tentative schedule for this coming weekend. It's currently been about a week and a half since we first set up a time, or well, not really set up a time, but set up an approximate weekend, and we're still hashing out details. Now, when I say we are hashing out details, I mean we have not spoken in like a week. And that's okay with me, that minimal talking beforehand. Like we're gonna talk at this date, so why divulge all of it ahead of time? This is the best option for me because I'm terrible at texting. And I'm very animated in person, especially when meeting new people. And I emphasize a lot of my personality through my body language and my nonverbal communication. So I don't really like to text. I prefer to just meet in person and talk. Like, like we're meant to because we're social creatures. Well, in the time that it takes between our first interaction and now, my mind has gone through so many different scenarios on whether this can go wrong. My mind has gone through so many scenarios where this could either go really wrong or really right. And here's where most people, I think, have the common concern of, oh, I'm so nervous. This is gonna go wrong. I want to make sure this is right because, this person is, well, I like them enough. For the little I know about them. I matched with them, obviously, on a dating app. So, well, most people would think, oh, where's this going to go wrong? I want to make sure, everything's good. But then I go down a rabbit hole, and it's not what you think. It's not what a normal person would do. My first thought wasn't, how is this going to go wrong? Like, am I going to screw this up? My brain starts thinking, what happens if it goes right? Like, I'm not scared of things going wrong. Like, if I go on a date, I've been on dates, I've been on failed dates before, I've been stood up and ghosted before. And honestly, that's fine. I don't get upset about that because I just instantly move on and life just hasn't changed. Oh well, it is what it is. So I never really had an emotional investment an emotional investment in these people. So I think going into this, I am concerned as to what the trajectory of this would be if it does go right. If I start getting involved with somebody, so let's say this date goes really well, and then I have to start thinking of the future. We're still a week and a half out from Halloween at this point, and I've got a party with some very close friends that I'm going to, and what happens if this date goes well? Am I suddenly gonna, feel the urge to invite this person to the Halloween party with me? Is that gonna change the dynamic? Am I gonna bring them in so quickly to meet my friends? Do I start shifting around my life, like my scheduled life, to start meeting with this person more often? And then I've got other short travel plans next month that, am I gonna want to invite them to that as well, or at least extend the invitation, whether or not they can go? And we're getting close to the holidays. Is this something I have to start keeping in mind? Like, if we start getting, if it goes well and we start getting serious, do I have to start considering like financial stress when it comes to having a significant other around the holidays. Not saying that, we'd get to that point by then. How does this change the trajectory of the things that I'm working on in terms of financial goals and my daily life schedule that's, I like to think for the most part, it's kind of rigid? How do I suddenly fit this person into my life? Maybe we shouldn't go on this date. And it's like, I'm talking myself out of it. I'm not nervous that it's going to go wrong. I'm scared it's going to go right. I think the idea of it being a problem going right may lie in the fact that I don't know if I'm ready to get emotionally involved with someone again. I haven't been emotionally involved with another person since I started hormone replacement therapy and really emphasized moving on with my transition. It's kind of scary. And as much as I think I'm pretty sure they are as aware of my transition as they can be, without, the nitty gritty details that if they are curious, I'm happy to answer, but we haven't really discussed beyond the level, the surface level of, hey, I'm trans. It's scary because of my relationship history. I got very heavily involved multiple times in the past over extended periods of time. And when I say extended periods of time, every relationship I've had was a minimum of over 4 years. And most recently, almost 7 years. Yeah, I really put myself into those relationships. And as much as I tried to walk away from them as positively as I could, I realized that was a long time of my life that I put out there, only for it to seemingly crumble at the end. And I don't want to say it felt like a waste, because none of those were ever really a waste, because I grew out of, you grow in each relationship you have, but it's kind of a scary thing to think about, knowing that you could put yourself out there again with the potential it could come crumbling down again. I think that's it. I think I'm scared to put myself out there because I'm afraid of getting hurt. I don't want to call it trauma. I don't think I'm the kind of person that has ever really experienced trauma. Maybe this is one, just in a milder fashion, and it's manifesting repercussions later on that I guess I never considered. But maybe that's it. I don't know. It just kind of hit me that I was on a dating app, and it almost felt like a novelty. Just swipe, 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 and it didn't feel real. I don't necessarily get a lot of matches on these dating apps, and then I get one that not only seems to like me back, but also was the one that reached out and proposed an idea. Proposed the idea of meeting up. And all of a sudden, it just got real. And I can't help but wonder, it's like, if I don't want to meet up, if I don't want to go on a date, why am I on a dating app? What's the point? Like, yeah, a little bit of attention is nice. On a dating app, sure, but it's not. The end goal is to meet someone. And if I'm not there to actually meet someone, if I'm too scared to meet someone, then why am I there? Like I said, I think my brain's broken. No one ever goes into a date thinking, oh, the worst situation could be if it goes well. Who thinks like that? What is this? I've been on dates since I started my transition. Obviously, none of them have really panned out, but it's been a minute, and this one seems more promising than before. I don't know what to think. I don't know if I'm really ready to put myself in a vulnerable position again. I mean, I'm a pretty open book. Obviously, I'm here on YouTube. Let's be real. There's a certain level of connecting intimately with someone on that emotional level that to do that again. I'm really nervous to do that again. And who knows? Who knows? I could get on. We haven't even actually set a time and date yet. It's just this weekend was here in like 3 days. It was just kind of like a tentative date. So like we don't even know yet. This person might not even reach out to me. And my brain just kind of latches onto that idea of, you know, oh, if they don't, then it's okay. Like, it's almost better. That's like, oh, then life won't change. And it's not that I'm scared of change. The idea of uprooting myself and change is not foreign to me, and it's not scary to me. But something about this seems like it potentially could be a complete structural overhaul of the way I live life on a daily basis. And not just physically, but emotionally and financially and everything. If it goes right. And at that point, can I even really consider it going right? If that's what right is that maybe that's not right for me? I don't know. It's weird. Nothing has even happened. We have barely spoken. I don't know why I'm spilling my guts on YouTube. But I'm here. Hi. So that's that. Welcome to story time. I hope you enjoyed this. If any psychiatrists are actually out there or psychologists, please, oh my gosh, please say something down in the comments. Tell me if I'm weird. I'm probably weird. I know I'm weird. Look at me. If anybody has any thoughts on this, if anyone's felt the same, please say something down in the comments. Also, if you just relate in general, feel free to say something. I'm not looking for, someone to lift my spirits or anything, because I'm perfectly fine. It's just these weird thoughts that to me, seem like they're completely out of the ordinary of what a normal person should be thinking going into a potential date with someone that they think is attractive. Oh, this is weird. Okay, now I'm droning on. Thank you for watching. If anybody has any weird thoughts that go through their head, when they're about to go on a date, or any experiences that are very similar or very different, like widely different, feel free to go ahead and put it down in the comments. I try to respond to most, if not all, of the comments. So yeah, have a good day. Bye, I'll see you in the next one.